We all have pain, we all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me, we are not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Swallow your pride. If I have pain, you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let. Lean on me, we are not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be.
Hi everybody, welcome to Pride Month Diary. Pride Month Diary, Day 4. Today I finally got the space saver off the car. Got myself another little something to add to my, what will hopefully be the start of the transition, stage 2. And also got the space saver off the car. Got the space saver off the car. Got the some extra pills, and also had a very sore afternoon. My journey, where are we up to? 2004. This was the start of the relationship. Still cross-dressing. That was able to be hidden away for a bit longer, so I took that into 2005. Moved out of where I was at Christmas 2004, so into with some family, so that kind of had to be all burn in the rubbish and put on the back burner. All the while later on, 2005, I proposed to my then wife. The rest is history on that bit. So 2005, 2006, just like carried on my merry way. Again, keeping myself busy with church and everything, knowing that I've got a wedding to look forward to. Eventually, towards the end of 2006, I moved back home, ready to prepare me for my wedding, because I wasn't the most domestic guy around at the time. In fact, let's take this further. 2007, 2008, 2009, those are all... what was I doing? No, those were pretty good years, yeah. No, we're all good. No. Wedding was all, marriage was all good, happy, Then in 2010, I'm just getting my facts straight. No, they were all good. 2010 was when I had stuff hidden away, and that kind of like got a bit of a that was the first part of like talking it talking it over and things like that, and I said, I just didn't completely. That was the first of denying it, to protect my marriage. 2010, that earthquake happened at night, and we're all shaken. The wife decided she wasn't going to be in the house, so we packed up and went to the in-laws, and she didn't even give me enough time to put shoes on, so I was on bare feet the whole night until I was actually able to drive and go home and get some shoes and socks on. And in that same time, I swapped cricket for dart. I started fiddling around with darts while I was out of cricket with a hernia. And then 2011, the big one hit, and we got through 2011 having to move out of home to a little room up the road, and I was going. And once that big earthquake hit, I couldn't get into the house to get my work uniform, so I eventually went to work we were always allowed to go in mufti for those first few days, but I was wearing like slippers. I couldn't get to my work. Like, my work shoes were at home, I couldn't even get to them. And then 2012, we moved to Hamilton, and that, my dear friends, is where I leave the journey tonight. So this is the first of the 21 years that I've been hiding before questions. This is the first, 97, 13 years of that. So 2010, yeah, that had cross-dressing moments come back into it. In 2012, literally as we were just about to leave for Hamilton, I started talking to a trans lady in Christchurch, and I thought I started to have niggly little questions about it then, but I knew I couldn't do anything about it. So yeah, the marriage could have easily been 7 years shorter, and I could have just not moved to Hamilton. I could have just stayed here the whole time. So this is where it just got worse, slightly worse for me. This is partly why you don't keep yourself busy and then find yourself falling in love and getting married. Because yeah, our 12-year marriage could have easily been a 5-year one. So on that note, 2004 to 2012 tonight, the South Island part, the relationship in the South Island part of the marriage. So with that, I shall bid you farewell and return for day 5. And I'll see you all tomorrow night.